I recently decided to try my hand at welding, and well, as you can see, things got a little bit exciting. Oh, the table's on fire. If you want to watch me welding for the first time, keep watching this video and see what happens. Now, the machine that I'm going to be using today is the LOTOS MIG225. It's a new machine from them. It's a 6-in-1 machine that can do gas MIG, gasless MIG flux core welding, aluminum spool welding, TIG welding, spot welding, and stick welding. It has a number of presets already in, so an amateur like myself can get up and going without a lot of effort. If you want to fine-tune your settings, it has plenty of options to be able to do that, and then you can save it and recall those settings if you're working on the same type of material quite often. Got into it because I want to do some mixed medium with some wood and metal. Today, I'm just learning how to stick two pieces of metal together because I've never done this before. So please, give me some pointers, give me some tips, help me out. We're gonna start with stick welding today. So stick around and let's see what happens. All right, so I said I'm gonna try this out and weld for the first time. Now, I'm not an idiot. I know these things can be dangerous, so I do have some help. My buddy David's helping me out. He's gonna explain to me what we're doing. He's got me doing, what is this? This is a welding test.
Yeah, it's just to test you out and see what you're gonna do is you're gonna tack the end and run a tack in the middle, and then you can either push or pull. What I mean by push is you're gonna go across and lay it in.
So you're going to go away from what you've done?
Away from your tack and go away. Or you can pull it, and what you're going to do is build a puddle of liquid metal and then drag it across and across and across in like a little S pattern. Okay. Just not even an S, more of a arc. Okay. Across.
And just pull it back.
And then pull back, check it. Get your crust off with your hammer, and then go back and fill it in.
All right, so what's that hammer?
This is just a welding pick hammer. Okay. And that's the pick side is to break up the actual crust that builds up on there. It's gonna be like a layer of thin metal.
Okay, so it builds a crust as you're going, and as it dries, and you gotta break that off
to see if your weld is taking. If you're getting good penetration, then you just keep either dragging or pushing. I like to push with stick welder.
So you like to push, so that go that way instead of pulling back.
You're right-handed like I am, so you're gonna go across and across, and you never wanna bury it. You just wanna kinda hover over it, and it's gonna arc, and then crisscross back and forth.
All right, so we're gonna get the welder set up.
So you hook your ground up.
So we're gonna take the ground and put it down here on that end of the rebar.
You want to make sure it gets a good ground, you see? Okay. So there you go, turn it sideways. There you are. You're grounded properly.
So I'm grounded. Should I put something under this end to prop it, or?
You could. Go like so.
I mean, I got a block of scrap wood over here. I can just
hold it up to give you a level.
Let's see. This won't work right here. I know it's white oak. Just leave me alone. I'll sand out the burn marks later.
It's not gonna burn it. It'll leave some splatter marks on your wood here, but you're replacing it anyway.
Yeah, so for those screaming that I'm about to tear up my workbench because I'm doing this on it, don't worry. There's a new workbench coming. This thing has served its purpose, so I don't care about it. Okay, we got the ground on. We need to, do we want to turn the welder on first or put the stick in first?
You're gonna turn your welder on.
Let it kick on. There is the different process. Right now it says SMIG, but we're not doing that. We're doing MMA.
We're doing, yes.
Which is the stick. Okay, so you see the other settings go away because we're not doing spool or wire welding. All right, so now it's at 20 amps.
20 amps.
What do you think?
You can run a test with that and see if it's gonna be enough for this thin metal, or like you said, the process, you turn that up to get your amperage up.
Okay.
So run.
What do you think?
28 to 32.
Let's run it on 30.
30 and see.
All right.
Proper PPE.
Get my welding helmet on. Now, he brought this fancy welding helmet over that actually will take the visor and make it darker as I get going, which is nice. I've always seen the guys take and pull, get started and pull it down, having to guess where they're at. I can actually see through it, and apparently it'll get darker whenever the arc starts happening. Cool. All right, so I've never done this before. I don't know if I'm gonna trip a breaker, who knows?
You'll get a feel once you get your, you get tack welded.
Okay.
Once you'll feel how you want your stick to lie in the clamp.
Okay.
Once you get going, you'll feel, oh, it works better straight or it works at an angle. A lot of people do it different. I do mine where I set my arm and just let it go easy. Just, it's a light hand, light movement.
I'm gonna tack this in, then tack this in, and you said pull would be better. Or no, push. You like push better.
I like push.
All right, so let's see what happens here. So I don't want to touch this, right?
You can you can guide it.
Okay.
But not down here by where it's hot.
Right, okay. So here we go.
Go ahead.
Apparently I didn't do something right.
Here, let me see.
I just wasn't pushing hard enough.
Turn your, get your amperage up a little.
All right, so then turn
quite a bit.
Quite a bit?
Right about there, 38, should be good amps.
Okay.
Remember I said you don't want to bury it?
Yeah, I'm trying not to.
Okay.
So, it's sticking.
Yeah, it's sticking. You might need a little more amps.
55?
Let's give it a shot, see? Testing a new machine.
Let's get the instructions out and see what's going on here.
So, what it's saying is go there and then just increase your power.
More power, rabbit!
It's pretty damp because it's raining outside.
Okay. I thought I had it.
Let me see that. See if I can get it to run a bead.
All right. There he goes. Oh yeah, that works. Cool.
So,
all right.
what I want you to do is put this on and watch, because I'm gonna do it blind.
Okay.
So you can see what I'm doing, and then you can go back and lay it. You ready?
Yeah.
Closing my eyes in 3, 2, 1.
All right. Got it.
You're just gonna push it back and forth across.
Okay. There we go. What do you think so far?
Well,
Looks like
your
trash.
first time welding, not too bad. Not too bad, because guess what?
Yeah.
That's stuck together.
Yeah, it is.
That's penetrated, and if we flip it, that means we have another side to work with if you want to practice. So, give it a flip. That's probably pretty hot.
Oh, the table's on fire.
I'm on fire!
That's because we've got heated the metal so much
It's bending.
it bowed. Now, that is what I was talking about. See how that chips off?
Yeah.
That's what the weld looks like underneath. That's why we call it stacking dimes.
Yeah.
See how it looks like a dime on top of
chip
another
some
dime?
more off.
Those are really good welds.
Thank you. For my first welding attempt, I think it did pretty good. Started out ugly, but learning anything new, that's usually what happens. I got some good beads on there. Toward the end, I was able to weld 2 pieces of rebar together and then weld a piece of flat iron on it. The machine performed well. how I hoped it would, and I look forward to getting to use it on some of my future projects with some of these, maybe making table legs or something. If you enjoyed that video, check out the links below in the description and for all the tools I used for this welder, and I'll see you next time. There we go.